Good morning, believers. Good morning, Israel. It's your brother J.D. Nija, Word of Truth, with Jeff Deloach. Same shirt, same hat, same as yesterday. Almost got in a fight on the way into the state park. People come racing in here. I'm used to cruising in here because I'm here every day. And we got these weekend warriors, these jackasses. Yeah, jackasses that want to race. And so I got out and I told the guy, I'll fucking sock your fucking ass up, bro. Luckily, he had his friends with him, because if he would have been by himself, I would have taken out a bunch of anger that I have on his fucking lame little ass. I would have fucked him up. Probably about 10 years older than me. Stupid as fuck. I'm in no mood. Sorry, I'm in no mood. To deal with assholes. I've been going through this. Allergy. It's fucking killing me. Anyhow, thanks for being here. Heavenly Father, bless my brothers and sisters. And I stink. I'm a miserable little fuck, aren't I? I smell like I haven't showered in days. And I kind of haven't. A little depressed, a little worn out. But anyhow, good morning. Family. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, if you wandered on here. I'm going to try and smile more. My thumbnails look like I'm always pissed off. I wonder why. Hey, old guy. Now I call old guys, and I'm an old guy. Anyhow, the word devout, Strong's Greek, devout, D-E, D-E-V-O-U-T, devout. Comes from a similar word as devoted. Some of you know devotion. Some of you don't know devotion whatsoever. Myself, I'm a weird mix of devoted and hardcore not devoted. And some of you might be able to understand what I'm saying. Some things you're devoted to. You might be devoted to your kids, but you're not devoted to your wife. You might be devoted to your job, but you're not devoted to your hobby. You might be devoted to your hobby, but you're not devoted. You might be devoted to your fun, but you might not be devoted to your health. Like me. Devoted to my health in some ways, and then not in others. So the word devout in the Bible, it's Greek's number 2126. And the word is eulabis. EULABAC. It's pronounced eulabis. Means to aggressively lay hold of what's good. So when we think of devout, being devout to one thing but not to another, it's what it tends to be what you hold value to. If you value something, you're devoted to it. You're devout. It also means cautious or pious. Circumspect. In other words, circumspect would be you look at things closely. You inspect them. You go around and around. And this is where myself, I'm devoted to learning this Bible in a way that a lot of people probably can't understand, because everyone has their own, they put their own value on the book. What value does it have to you? Well, I want to be saved. I want to be harpazoed. I want to be good. And then there's other people like myself who want to show devotion. I'm not so much looking for being raptured out of here. I'm not looking for miracles. I'm not looking. The Lord has already provided a lot of miracles for me. I get a kick out of watching people. I'm sorry. So I'm getting well. The doctor gave me some prednisone. It's a steroid. But anyway, I'm feeling better. It's been such a long road. I don't know how people go through like years of cancer treatment and all that. Fuck. Just let me go. So back to what I was saying is I'm trying to figure out why I'm devoted to this book. This word came up and I'm like, okay, I got to look into this, because what's it mean to be devoted? What's it mean to be devout? What's it mean to be devoted? God-fearing. It says God-fearing holds things sacred. I'm gonna be messed up here because everyone has their own running style, right? If you watch people run long enough, you'll go, wow, everyone does have their own running style. God fearing, hold sacred, eulabis, devout, Greeks 21:26, does well or good. It's you're aggressively laying hold of what's good. So what's good about God? Well, when he created everything, he says it's good. It's good. He created it. It's good. Does that mean it was necessarily good for us? He figured if it was good for him, it was good for us. It was good enough for him. It's good enough for us. What does man do? He devotes himself to trying to make everything that's good better. Oh, it's not good enough. We need to put more sugar on it. We need to put some salt on it. We need to... I'm going to defer for a minute here. So when you think of these narcissists, these people that aren't happy with the world, aren't happy with themselves, I'm going to try and smile. Hi. They're not good because they're not satisfied. They're not cautious about what they're doing. They want what they want. So my narcissist was devoted to trying to make something better all the time. Never happy. Always had to add something on to this, onto that. There was never good enough. And so that's what these narcissists are. They're people who aren't satisfied. And they're always going to cause problems because they can't see the good in anything. It's never good enough. It always has to be better. So I noticed this about this woman. And now I understand what it means to be unsatisfied. If she cooked a meal, she'd have to add something to it. Mostly with meals is where I would notice it, because I'm the type that will make something, and if it tastes good and it's edible and I can eat and move on with my life, I'm happy. As long as it's not nasty. I don't need a lot of salt on my food. I don't need a lot of dressing, and I don't need a lot of extra. I don't need it. Simple is fine for me. So anyway, when this comes back to the idea of devout, I'm going to go to some scriptures so we can get an idea of... Most of them are in Acts. There's not a lot of references to devout. Let's go to Micah first. Interesting that there is one scripture in the Old Testament about being devoted, holding things sacred. Micah 7:2. I opened right to it. No goodness or trust in the land. Micah 7:1. The prophet Micah. Woe is me, for I am as when they have gathered the summer fruits, as the grape gleanings of the vintage. There is no cluster to eat. My soul desired the first ripe fruit. What's he saying? He desires his people. He desires the first fruits. He desires Israel. The grape gleanings, let's get that real quick. Two, those who glean vintage grapes. There's no one devout, is what he's saying. He's like, we don't know what is good. Woe is me, I don't know what is good. I don't know the good fruit from the bad fruit. Woe is me, for I am as when they have gathered the summer fruits, as the grape gleanings of the vintage. There is no cluster to eat. My soul desires the first ripe fruit. That's the beginning. The first ripe fruit. Let's go all the way back to when God said, it is good. What do we desire? We desire what is good. Why are we in such a fallen state? Because we're in this place that has been defiled. We're in a defiled, our food's defiled, our air's defiled. There's no reason for me to be sick like I am. It's from all the additives, I've eaten a lot of junk in my life. I didn't know it was going to kill me. They've made eating, you know what I'm saying. I don't want to fucking, got to keep my hands out of my eyes. Got to keep my hands out of my eyes. That's why I brought the paper towel. If you see me wiping my eyes with the paper towel, it's because I don't want to rub my eyes with my dirty ass fingers. Anyway, the good man, the devout man, the good man is perished out of the earth, and there is none upright among men. They all lie in wait for blood. They hunt every man his brother with a net. Oh my goodness. When you look at me, and you look at this channel, and you're like, who the fuck is this guy? Looking all around, can't stay on point. Angry, whatever you see. I'm here every day. I'm devout. I'm devoted to this. Let's just keep reading this because it's interesting. The good man is perished out of the land. The devout man is perished out of the land. Faithful or loyal. So on the way here, there was a YouTube channel that popped up, and the guy was saying how he's a scholar. He's a Bible scholar. And he was saying how he has turned atheist. How does someone so smart, he studied Aramaic, he studied Hebrew, he studied Greek, he studied the ancient languages, he knows the words. He knows the words. How can he know the words but not know the truth? How can he not be good? How could he be thinking that no God is better than God? How could that be good? These are just questions I ask myself. How does that happen? I know myself, my intellectual side. My dad was an atheist of some kind. I don't know. I'm not sure if he loved God or not. He pretended he didn't. Anyway, once you have a taste of this sacred relationship, to me it's a relationship. I'm devoted to Yahweh. I'm devoted to Jesus. I'm devoted to the spirit that's in me. I'm devoted to it. I hold it sacred. And I'm not the type of guy that's going to say, we're all together. We're all going to harpazo. All of us good people versus all of those evil people. That's not correct biblical theology. And so when I hear these people they break this book into us and them, in and out, up and down, back and forth. That's the whole problem. The good and evil, the tree of good and evil is what caused all this division. Is it too much to ask for the guy to slow down driving into the state park on the weekend? Take your time. I pulled up right behind him. He didn't go anywhere. He went right to where I was going. All he had to do was take his fucking time, relax a minute. He'd rather get fucking socked up and cause trouble and make people aggravated and almost cause an accident. I don't get it. They that may do evil with both hands. That's what I was just saying. Both hands, the left and the right, the front to the back, the up to the down. They don't know, even when they do good, they don't do good. They're not devoted to anything. They're not devoted to being the best they can be. Go the speed limit. There's a speed limit here for a reason. It's a state park. They may do evil with both hands earnestly. The prince asked, and the judge asked for a reward. And the great man, he uttereth his mischievous desire, so they wrap it up. Oh my God. I was listening to a video yesterday, and they were talking, it was about the protocols of the fucking elders of Zion. If you're not familiar with the protocols of the elders of Zion, it is some wicked fucking shit, people. How to control people, how to get over on people, how we're going to win, how these wicked fuckers are going to do it. This reminds me of it. You got to rise to the point of being able to do wickedness and not let it bother you. You can't let your conscience bother you. If you're going to win, you can't have a conscience. It's brutal. It's craziness. But anyway, let's continue with devout. Hold sacred, God-fearing, pious. Aggressively laying hold of what's good. Devotion, devoted to something. Hopelessly devoted to you. You notice I'm devout. I'm pious to a certain extent. I get on here every day. No matter if my eyes are bugging out of my head, whether I'm feeling good, feeling bad, have something to do, I find time to come on here and talk to you guys about the Bible. And you know, you might think to yourself, man, there's a lot of time I waste talking listening to JD Nija talk about the Bible. You're not wasting any time. I'm not only speaking to you of things, I'm showing you something. I'm trying to show you something about, it's not necessarily about what I say, it's that I'm here with you every day. It's about our relationship. And even though I don't get on the comment board and there's nothing I pray for you guys every day. There's nothing I can say or do. You have to do the work yourself. There's no answers that I have for you, because the answer that you have is not necessarily the answer that I have. And that's what people don't understand about being devoted to this book. It's a personal relationship. This eulabus, devout, Greek 21:26, devout. Cautious, pious, circumspect. I'm very cautious about what I'm telling you guys. I don't take for granted that everything that these people tell us about these interpretations. Man, people, I can't hardly stand being here in the summertime. People are rude as fuck. People are getting ruder and ruder. It's a sad thing. Let me see what I got. I'll be back. JD Nija, Word of Truth. I'm out.